Soccer is played in over 200 countries, and in from dozens of tournaments to millions of regular viewers, it gets very lucrative very quickly. That being said, here are the 20th richest soccer players ever. English professional soccer player Rio Ferdinand has a net worth of $75 million. He played for many youth teams before serving his time at West Ham United, where he made his professional debut in 1996. Rio Ferdinand played for the English national team 81 times between 1997 and 2011, where he took part of 3 FIFA World Cup teams. One of the most expensive things that he owns is his Cheshire home, which he bought for $2.6 million. This Brazilian professional football player has a net worth of $75 million and started his career in 2006 at Corinthians. He later joined SD in 2007 for $15.3 million, winning various honors, including 4 Ukrainian Premier League titles and the UEFA Cup in 2009. In 2013, he joined Chelsea for $39 million, winning the Premier League and the League Cup in his second season in England. In 2018, Willian defender David Luiz opened Babbo, a super fancy Italian restaurant in the London district of Mayfair. At the beginning of his senior career, Arjen Robben signed with FC Groningen and later moved to PSV. He helped lead them to a Dutch title and earned the honor of a Talented Player of the Year. He then signed with Chelsea and later spent 1 year with Real Madrid before moving back to Bayern Munich. An interesting fact about him, Arjen Robben married his high school sweetheart Bernadienne Eilhart in June 9th of 2007. They now have 2 sons and a daughter that he cherishes with $80 million of his net worth. Sergio Ramos is worth $80 million. He's got an annual revenue of $25 million. He began playing in Sevilla FC's youth team and made his La Liga debut in 2004. A year later, he began playing for Real Madrid, where he established himself as an excellent defender with amazing goal-scoring skills. He currently plays for the French team Paris Saint-Germain, where his annual salary is $6.5 million. Ramos has picked up more yellow cards and red cards than any other player in the history of European competitions in the Spain national team. Overall, he's been given 274 during his career. With a net worth of $90 million, retired Brazilian soccer player Ronaldinho was once considered the best soccer player in the world. In 2006, Ronaldinho earned $20 million from endorsements alone. He was a longtime endorser of Coca-Cola, but his sponsorship was lost in 2014 after he was spotted drinking a Pepsi. That loss cost him $700,000 per year. So I'm sure it's not that much of a deal for him though, because he owns half a dozen homes worldwide and has an impressive collection of cars, including a Lamborghini Aventador and a Bugatti Veyron. This former Ivorian footballer has a net worth of $90 million and has once earned a salary of $15 million per year. He's popularly known as one of the greatest African players of all time and one of the most prolific strikers to ever really wear a Chelsea jersey. He also played for a range of other teams, eventually becoming the first ever player owner of the Phoenix Rising soccer team. After a long career, Didier retired at the age of 40. In 2013, Drogba reportedly purchased a 5% stake in a gold mine in Ivory Coast. Kylian Mbappe is a professional French soccer player with a net worth of $95 million. At 19, Kylian earned nearly $25 million between salary and endorsements. Today, he earns a base salary of $28 million, with an extra $14 million from endorsements. Kylian famously donated his entire $500,000 World Cup bonus to a charity that supports disabled children. He also donated $34,000 to a crowdfunding campaign to finance a private mission to find a missing footballer Emiliano Sala, whose aircraft went missing over the English Channel. Retired Brazilian footballer Pelé is known as the best soccer player of all and has got a net worth of $100 million. At his peak, he was the highest paid athlete. In addition, Pelé currently holds several important records, having scored the most goals across all tournaments with 1,297. After retiring, Pelé became a worldwide ambassador for football and a political activist who strove to improve conditions for the poverty-stricken in Brazil. He's also been involved in several controversies, though, including one where he sued Samsung Electronics for $30 million, claiming damages for false endorsements and violating his right to publicity. Eden Hazard is a Belgian soccer player who's got a net worth of over $100 million. He played attacking midfielder and a winger for Chelsea in the Premier League from 2012 to 2019, where he transferred to Real Madrid. Eden Hazard also married his longtime sweetheart Natasha von Honecker. He's also interested in cars, and he's got a pretty nice collection of cars, but his major prize is his Aston Martin Vanquish, worth over $200,000. Andres Iniesta has began to attract the attention of multiple youth coaches while playing for his local team at 10. He went on to join the youth academy of FC Barcelona and subsequently captained the under-15 team to a Nike Premier Cup victory in 1999. He began his senior career in 2001, moving up to the FC Barcelona first team in 2002. He spent 22 years with Barcelona, serving as a captain for 3 of those years. On another note, he founded a winery in 2010, providing him $5 million annually. He's accumulated a net worth of over $120 million. Paul Pogba is one of the most prominent figures in the game today. As of 2020, he plays as a midfielder for Manchester United, having played for Juventus in the past. He earns $28 million per year in base salary and an additional $6 to $10 million from his endorsements. He's also got a net worth of $125 million. In 2017, it was reported that Pogba had purchased a home in Cheshire, not too far from the Red Devils training ground in Carrington, worth $3.8 million. Thierry Henry is a retired professional French soccer player who has got a net worth of over $130 million. During his time on the pitch, he was considered the best striker in the Premier League. After retiring from football, Henry became the coach, working his way through the ranks to become Monaco's manager. And after leaving this position, he started managing the Montreal Impact of MLS. In 2010, it was reported that Henry had purchased a lavish Soho triplex in New York City, worth $14.8 million. Known for his phenomenal speed and his technical abilities, Gareth Bale is regarded as one of the most thrilling strikers in the world. He started his career as a defender, but that all changed very quickly. He performed well with Tottenham before making a record-breaking transfer to Real Madrid. In addition to his $25 million annual salary, Bale earns an estimated $9 million from endorsements and has got a net worth of $145 million. Bale also earns a significant income through his Instagram page. At $185,000 per sponsored post, he's only second to David Beckham in this regard. Wayne Rooney is a British footballer and a coach with a net worth of $170 million. At the peak of his playing career, he earned an annual salary of $26 million and landed endorsement deals with several companies, including Nike, Nokia, Coca-Cola, and Ford. Rooney's been involved in many controversies over the years, like the time he was arrested for drunk driving in September 2017, and for public intoxication and profanity at Washington Dulles International Airport the following year. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is known as one of the best strikers of all time and one of the most decorated active footballers in the world, with a net worth of $190 million. He's played for various clubs like Malmo, AC Milan, and others. His annual salary was $35 million when he played for Manchester United, and he lives in a mansion in Beverly Hills with his wife and their sons, without forgetting his precious dog. Ibrahimovic also has a home in Malmo, which he uses for holidays. Neymar's played for various teams, and he's also a member of the Brazilian national team. In 2017, he signed a 5-year contract with Paris Saint-Germain, and that made him the highest-paid soccer player ever, with a base salary of $78 million. He also earns an additional $20 to $40 million from bonuses and endorsements. Among his expensive possessions is a mansion in Brazil worth roughly $8 million, built in 2017. This Brazilian mansion is huge, and he loves to come here when he visits Brazil. His net worth is a whopping $200 million, which would explain why he's really not home that much. Dave Wallon has a net worth of $210 million, and he played for the Blackburn Rovers from 1956 to 60, scoring 3 goals throughout his career. He was later sold to Crew Alexandra FC, which he played for till 1966. After his playing days, Wallon purchased the Wigan Athletic Football Club in 1995, moving from the Division 3 to the Premier League. In May 2013, Wigan beat Manchester City in the FA Cup final, which secured their first major trophy. Lionel Messi is often regarded as one of the best soccer players in the world. He earned the majority of his $400 million net worth as a striker and a winger for FC in Barcelona, where he scored 672 goals in 778 games. In August of 2021, he transferred from Barcelona to Paris Saint-Germain, where he married Antonella Roccuzzo, who he's known since he was 5. Messi once paid $5 million for a condo in Miami and $7.3 for an entire floor in a different building, also in Miami. David Beckham is a retired English soccer player who's got a net worth of $450 million. Over his final 6 seasons in the MLS with the crew LA Galaxy, he earned an estimated $25.5 million, including salary, revenue sharing, endorsements, appearances, and licensing. On February 5, 2014, the US MLC announced that Beckham had exercised his option to buy an MLS expansion team for $25 million. The right to an expansion team was part of his contract in 2007 with the LA Galaxy, and I dare say he put it to good use. Cristiano Ronaldo is a Portuguese professional soccer player, a product ambassador, and entrepreneur who's got a net worth of $500 million. He easily earns between $100 to $150 million from salaries and endorsements. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most decorated soccer players in history. He's won the Ballon d'Or 5 times and the Golden Boot 4 times. As of 2020, Ronaldo has won 29 trophies throughout his career, including 6 league titles, 5 Champions League wins, a Euro Cup wins, and a Nations League win. And that about wraps it up. So if you enjoyed this video, watch this one next.